Hey, this is James, Fitness and Sports Instructor with PSP Kingston, coming at you today with another workout of the day segment in our Yoga Flexibility Mobility series. Just a quick reminder before we get started, if you think you pick up an injury during this session or any of the other sessions, just make sure you get it checked out with a medical professional. Make sure it's nothing too serious. And if you are a CAP member, just make sure to fill out ACM 98. Today's yoga segment is going to be a 15-minute express yoga. So something easy you can add at the beginning or end of your day or somewhere in the middle. This one's going to primarily focus on some lower body components as we go through. Other than a mat or soft surface for the yoga, the only other piece of equipment you're going to need for today is some sort of strap. So you can yoga strap, again, a band, towel might be another option as well. So just something with a little bit of length that you can use. So that's the only piece of equipment other than your mat. So we're going to get started with today's piece. So we're going to start off with a little bit of a spinal mobilization series, alternating between child's pose and cobra. So we're going to start off in child's pose. So arms extended to the front of the mat and pushing hips back, sinking down, allowing that lower back to stretch out and relax. Focusing on some deep diaphragmatic breathing. And transitioning from child's pose into cobra. And moving into some spinal extension here, trying to get that extension through the upper back portion. Breath. And moving back in child's pose. Really allowing those arms to stretch out. Pushing the hips back and down towards the heels. And transitioning into cobra again. Again, focusing on that extension of the spine through the upper back. One last time, we're going to finish in child's pose. And allowing that lower back to round, relax some of the tissue in the lumbar portion. Pose into a tabletop kneeling position, and then coming up in a tall kneeling. So we're going to move from that spinal mobilization into our lower body portion. So we're going to start off with using our strap and doing a modified toe hold. So bring yourself into a laying position on the mat. So we're going to use the strap here for that modified toe hold, wrapping the strap around the mid portion of the foot. Other leg stays extended, and using the hands for assistance, bring that leg up. Nice extension through the knee, keep the knee nice and straight, holding that top position. Focusing on that deep breathing. Bringing that stretch into tension, but definitely not into pain. And one more deep breath. Leg down, and then just sitting up, just to change the position of the strap to the opposite foot. Again, wrapping around the mid portion of the foot, trying to stay away from the toe, just so the strap, or if you are using a band, doesn't snap back. And again, starting from that lying position, opposite leg stays flat, bringing the leg up. Focusing on that extension through the knee, keeping the knee nice and straight. Only bringing as much range as you have that straight knee position. If you find as you come up farther that your knee starts to bend, just come back down. Focusing on that deep belly, diaphragmatic breathing. You should feel a stretch on the posterior portion, the back portion of the leg. And one more deep breath. And lowering the leg back down to the ground. And switching to our next pose, twisted monkey. So you're going to come back into a tall kneeling position. So for this pose here, because we're going to be pivoting off of one knee, you might want a little bit of a softer surface. So if you're using a mat, roll up the mat to give yourself that softer surface for the knee. If you're at home, if you have a pillow, is another good option. So starting off in a lunge position, and transitioning the hands down to the floor. So from the left leg, bringing the right hand back, reaching back, grabbing the top of the foot, and pulling that heel up and back, opening that chest up to the right bent knee. Still focusing on that deep breathing. You want to feel the stretch here on the anterior front portion of the leg. One more deep breath. And coming out of the pose, releasing the foot on, foot to drop down. You can pivot off those hands. Taking a step back into the tall kneeling position. Just take a minute to kind of shake out the hands a little bit from that pivot position. And now transitioning to the opposite leg. So stepping forward, you can establish that lunge position. Bringing the hands down to the floor. And if we're on the right knee, bringing the left hand back, reaching back, grabbing the top of the foot, and pulling the heel up towards the glutes. Again, we should be feeling the stretch on the anterior portion of the bent knee, bringing the chest up towards opened, planted foot. Last deep breath. And slowly lowering the leg down. And bringing the hands back to transition. And coming up. So at this point you can roll the mat back out. Coming into a seated position. We're going to move into a butterfly pose, bringing the palms of the feet together and in, and slowly lowering and stretching through to bring those knees out and down towards the ground, keeping a nice tall, long posture. A little bit more of a relaxation pose, just to kind of bring the body back to a little bit of stasis. Breath. And releasing, allowing the legs to stretch out, taking a minute there. And we're going to finish where we started. We're going to finish off with a little bit more of the spinal mobilization with the Child's Pose Cobra alternating series. So starting off in Child's Pose, from the tabletop, reaching the hands up to the edge of the mat and allowing the hips to sink back and down. Same as before, allowing those arms to stretch out, sink the hips down, allow that lower back to round out and relax. Transitioning up into Cobra, again into this extension position, extending through the upper back portion of the spine. To Child's Pose. And transitioning into our last set of the Cobra Pose. Trying to get that last little bit of extension, a little bit more range. on that deep breathing, nice extension through the spine, nice and long through that upper back portion. One more deep breath. And transitioning into our final set, child's pose. Focusing on that deep breathing, allowing that lower back to round out, relax that lumbar tissue, stretch the arms out. One more deep breath. And coming up out of the child's pose into a tabletop position, and then coming up into a tall kneeling posture. And that concludes the 15-minute Express Yoga session for today. So again, this is a very easy piece, easy to follow, something that you can add at the beginning or end of your day, just as a way to get a little bit of that spinal mobilization and some lower body drilling as well. If you have any questions or concerns, let us know in the comments section on any of the social media channels. And with those social media channels, if you want to give us a follow, we have PSP Facebook, PSP Kingston Instagram, and the PSP Kingston YouTube page, where you're going to find all of the previous workout of the day sessions, including the other yoga, flexibility, mobility sessions, as well as some of our more dynamic and challenging sessions of the bodyweight series, as well as the kettlebell dumbbell option. So those are all available there. And again, if you have any questions or concerns about anything from today's session or anything else, let us know in that comment section and we will get back to you and let you know. Good luck with today's session and all of your other fitness endeavors.
PSP Kingston, the health and wellness provider for the military community.